Okie doke, it is time for the new Super Sound Showcase, and I am your host, Robert Hodge. We have a fantastic guest today. We are here with Anthony Rosano, and you know him as the frontman for Anthony Rosano and the Conquerors, but today we have a rare solo performance by what I've been publicizing this as an appearance by one of the most revered and respected local musicians we have, and I truly believe that. Anthony, welcome back to WMBG.
Well, thank you, man. Thank you for having me. Thank you for the kind words.
Oh, you know what? I believe in you, and I love your talent. It's just extraordinary, and I'm so thrilled that this is it's been a year and just 2 weeks since you were my very first musical guest when I took this show.
Yeah, that's
and
cool.
Here we are, and you and I have both come a long way in a year.
Yeah.
It's exciting to look at accomplishments.
Yeah, congratulations on all the...
Thank you. And you are just going all over the place now. And you know, I've said from the day that I met you that it wasn't going to take long, and it wasn't going to be subtle. It was just going to start to blow. And you know what? You've been on the blues charts. You've had success with your most recent album. Your writing is off the chain, and you are everywhere, all over this area, performing constantly.
Yeah, all the time, man, all the time. Yeah.
Do you find that in the last year, as you look back, do you find like you're way ahead of where you felt like you were last time? Is it?
Actually, I try not to think about things in that way, you know. Like I always equate, you know, someone when people ask me like, what does it take to be successful, or you know, I wouldn't say, you know, they don't like I'm successful. I'm not saying that, but people talk like that. What does it take to be successful? Or you know, I will have people say, you're a full-time musician. How did you become a full-time musician? And I say it's just really what it is defining your own success.
Well, absolutely.
You know, that's what it is. That's, you know, getting your head around the fact that you don't have to be whatever, Guns N' Roses selling out stadiums to be a successful musician.
Well,
so
that's a really good point that you make, because you know, everybody that I know that's been in the business a long time, your definition of success changes constantly.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we all start out dreaming of rich and famous, but honestly, doing what you love, doing it regularly, getting respect for it, and having enough money to do whatever you want to do in your life, that's success.
Yeah, I'm still working on having enough money to do whatever you want to do in your life part, but
I need to get behind you a little more then. I'm not doing my part well.
I'm working on that part. Maybe that part will come. Maybe that comes later.
But you know, it changes a million times. But honestly, you are passionate about your music, and when you're on stage, it's so obvious.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, well, that's what it's all about. You know.
And the old adage is so true that they say, if you love what you do, you never work.
Yeah.
Absolutely, so it's not work for you, is it? Other than hauling gear and all the...
No, that's the part I'll often joke around with that too. Is people will say, you know, at the end of the night, you know, can I give you a hand with that? Or you're loading out, and you know, it's for me, it's like, no, that's the part we get paid for. That's the part we get paid for. The time we're on stage is the you know, is the fun part.
Yeah, I hadn't thought of it like that.
Loading and
like
unloading
that.
of equipment is what we get.
I spent a number of years just sitting down at a grand piano, walking in, sit down, do my thing, get up and go. This gear stuff is like, that is the hard work.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Now that I'm out with a keyboard, sometimes it's like, I need roadies. I need roadies in a big way. But anyway, your band, I wish they could have been here, but everybody has day jobs and things that they're doing, which is unfortunate. So, but we are fortunate and very lucky to have you here. And
thank you, man.
Anthony has come in, and we are going to experience a couple of things that we didn't do last time, and that I've not personally seen him do. He's going to do some looping for us, and he's got the most unusual thing. If you are just listening on the radio, you might want to stream on Facebook Live so you can see this. He has a guitar that he has made out of a 2x4 and a bunch of metal pieces and some hardware and assorted imagination technique that has turned it into quite an interesting instrument, and I'm just grateful for the variety of what he's going to bring to us today. You are in the middle of a hot spot. I've actually called this unofficially Anthony Rosano month at WMBG, and the reason I say that is, if you were listening last week, I believe it was Friday, I had Samantha Fish on here because she was headlining a show in Virginia Beach that Anthony Rosano and the Conquerors was on the bill with her, and she came and she talked about all her music and how much she respects what you do, and now we had him booked for the 17th, and we're looking ahead to the 23rd. If you are fans of ZZ Top, they are going to be at the Constant Center, and they had the good sense and the good fortune to book Anthony Rosano and the Conquerors as the opening act.
Yeah.
ZZ Top, dude.
Amazing.
That's great.
Amazing, yeah.
How'd that happen?
Well, I got a call from one of my agents, and they it's kind of a long story, but we were supposed to do it last year.
Okay.
November last year.
Yeah, and they canceled.
They canceled because Dusty got sick. So,
Uh-huh.
But yeah, I just got a call and said, "Hey, what are you doing this day?" I forget what day it was in November. What are you doing this day? And I said, nothing. I don't have anything scheduled. And they're like, you want to do that? Do I want to?
Bravo.
Do I want to open for Z? Yeah.
Yeah.
So
you think?
it was amazing. It was, and all the credit, it was a more music thing. More Music's the one that put me on the bill. So all the credit to them, man. I mean, it was.
Had you been a fan of them? Do you know?
Oh yeah. I'm a huge ZZ Top fan. I mean, of course, growing up in the '80s, the Legs video was
Right.
was my favorite video as like an 8 or 9 year old boy. I used to love that.
Ooh,
I used to get teased. I used to get my I had some older cousins that were girls, and they used to tease me about that video because I'd hear it and I'd come running. I'd come running to see the
Here he
video.
comes. Oh,
But then also like when you're a kid, looking at that. Besides the girls in the video,
Yeah.
right? You had these 3 dudes who had these this amazing look and
Right.
and their whole personality and the car, the red car and everything was in the
Yeah.
video, and the fuzzy guitars that they're spinning and stuff. And I wouldn't have known how to articulate it then. But now one of the things that I like a lot about ZZ Top and why I'm such a huge fan is Billy Gibbons especially. He is a true artist.
Right.
So, you see all this stuff where, that whole thing is not shtick. That's those dudes. That's really how they are.
Yeah.
Billy's really that way. I've never met the guy, but from what
Sure.
I can tell,
Right.
and the persona that he puts out there is not really a made-up persona. It's
Right.
kind of seems like that's who he is. You
Sure.
see stuff of his house, or the car he drives. That's the kind of cars he drives. That's
Sure.
what the dude is into.
Right.
So there's a huge respect there where it's not fake. It's not, these guys have done what they do, and they get to do it larger than life because they've been doing it, and they've been very successful at doing it and found a way to market who really they are, not become somebody else.
Sure.
And use that as a shtick or another thing. So but yeah, no, I'm looking forward to it, man. I mean, hopefully I get to meet the guys, and
Oh, I'm sure you will.
they've been a huge influence on me.
They'll be coming out of that dressing room going, "Oh, who's that?"
No, I don't think
They're going to hear that
No, I don't
stuff
think
going
that-
on
yeah,
out front.
I don't think they'll be doing that. I don't think they care. I don't think ZZ Top got anything to.
Well, and if you are listening and you're saying, "Gosh, I'd really like to be there," you are perhaps very lucky today because Anthony has been so kind that he is going to provide 2 pair of tickets, which we will be giving away. Probably one right after our broadcast, and the other I might say for tomorrow. And we're going to give those away, and you can go see this genius at work.
Yeah.
Because when you hear him today, you're just going to run out the front door to look for where he's going to be, and it's easy to find where you're going to be.
Yeah, just,
on the web.
Yeah, webconquerors.com. And also on Facebook, Anthony Rosano and the Conquerors. And then I started another page, Anthony Rosano Music, because I topped out on Friends on Facebook.
Right.
So, but it's interesting. A lot of people, because of the social media algorithms, the way things come up. So it's just a way to get as much information out there as possible.
Right.
So, but yeah, I mean, there's plenty of ways. We're on Twitter. And also on Instagram and all that stuff. And like I said, www.conquerors.com is you can go there, and there's videos and stuff of us up, and music if you want to get a sample of the whole band or a sample of our CDs. It's all up there.
Yeah, the albums are amazing. Now, did I make this up, or is there plans for a new CD soon?
There is plans for a new.
Right?
I'm working. Yeah, I'm working on it. I got a little sidetracked with number one, some of the gigs that were.
Okay.
Excuse me, that we're working up for this year, and then I also I was writing some stuff for acoustic. I wanted to do an acoustic EP, and I wrote some
Nice.
stuff for that. I planned on having it out this month, but again I got real busy with gigs and stuff. It's kind of like just a pet project.
Yeah.
I like acoustic music also,
And did I imagine somebody told me you were thinking about doing a vocal CD with like a really good pianist?
Yeah. I'm down to
I
do
heard
that.
something about that.
I'm totally down to do that. I'm always down to collaborate, man.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That is, in fact, the greatest thing that can ever happen to artists. I love that, and exchanging that energy. But you are I said from the very beginning that you were going to go far, and already these kind of gigs are coming. You just told me in July, is it? You're going to be in Chicago at
Yeah,
festivals
we're playing the West Chicago Band Shell in
so
July.
already
and,
the nation,
Kenosha.
the nation is watching already, aren't they?
I mean, I don't know about that. I know I'm going to Chicago. You know what I mean? I know that. You know that's.
Well, they don't just haul you out there for nothing.
I don't know who's watching. But yeah, I mean, we're going to Chicago, and then what do we got going on in August? We got some stuff. That's in July. August we're going to be at the Eastern Bayside Blues and Wine Festival up in Maryland.
Yeah.
And then
That's fantastic.
September we're going back to the Chili Blues and Brews in Waynesboro.
Okay. Yeah.
So we got some stuff going on like that, and like I said, in the meantime, I'm trying to shoehorn in some time to go record another record. So.
Amen. I hope that happens soon because your last one was so brilliant. And
thank you, man.
I've been listening to it for the whole year that I've had it.
Thank you.
It's just been marvelous.
Thank you.
And I keep going back to Long Island Sound and Blackbird and some of these. I was just. It scrambles my brain to listen to some of that stuff. It's
Thank
so
you,
good.
man. Thank you.
It really is. So, what kind of things are you going to perform for us today? What do you got?
I was gonna do. Originally thought of doing something old and something new. So I was gonna do a song from our first record.
Okay.
And then maybe do a song from the second record, and then we'll figure out what the third one will be.
Okay, well, let's go ahead and do one,
All
and
right.
then we'll go to a commercial break, and we will continue to air on Facebook Live. And, of course, tomorrow, if you're not familiar with our routine, tomorrow there will be a fantastically edited, beautiful, professional video that will show up on our website and on YouTube as well. And then hopefully Mr. Rosano will like it enough that he will share it all over the world with his fans. And what's the name of this song?
This is Devil's Hand.
Oh, I like this one. I know this tune. Okay, hit it.
Girl you ever met. Lights go out, you forget about the crazy you've been through. Broken bottle, she'll cut you deep. Oh, smile while she watch you bleed. Lights go out, you forget about the hell that you've been through. Got a smile like sweet seduction. Need any man to his destruction. Hold you tight, you just can't breathe. She about to leave you wasting. She got the devil's hand. 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 She's a spark to your kerosene. Strike a match to watch you scream. Lights go out, you forget about all the crazy you've been through. Bring you water and watch you drown. If you struggle, she'll tie you down. And lights go out, you forget about the hell that you've been through. Got a smile like sweet seduction. Any man to his destruction. Take more than you'll ever need. Hold you tight and you just can't breathe. Got to leave you wasting. She got the devil's hand. She got the devil's hand. She got the devil's hand. Got the devil's hand. got a smile like sweet seduction. Lead any man to his destruction. Take more than you ever need. Hold you tight, you just can't breathe. She about to leave you wasting. She got the devil's hand. She got the devil's hand. She got the devil's hand.
Which ending do you choose?
I busted a string, so I was
I
trying to
noticed.
figure out where to go.
And I heard it before I realized what had happened, but such a professional, you not only finished it, but you did an amazing guitar solo to be missing a string.
Well, thanks, man. Thank you, man.
Oh my gosh, if you are just joining us, this is the new Super Sound Showcase sponsored by Culture Fix, and our special guest today is Anthony Rosano. We are going off to commercial, and we will be continuing to stream live on Facebook. If you're watching, he's going to tell you an interesting story about what's to come, and then we will be back in about 3 minutes. The radio will go live again, and we will hear more music from this, one of my very favorite artists in the area, right after this. We are back with the new Super Sound Showcase sponsored by Culture Fix and our special guest, Anthony Rosano. And we were just explaining that Anthony has made a guitar out of a 2x4. And I don't know anybody else that has the imagination or the genius to make that happen. And this thing is sitting across his lap, and we will be amazed by the sound that's about to pop out of here. What's this song? Tell us.
This song is a song off another one off the latest record. It's called 28 Days.
You know, that album is actually right beside you. If
Yeah,
you want
That one right
if we
there.
want to point out that that record is still available, and it is so incredible. You will listen over and over and over. So bye.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Yes.
again, or won't you send it my way? Oh, this old heart's been aching for some brighter days. Serve my sentence and I done all my time. Break that bottle right on in, leave it all behind. Serve my sentence and I done all my time. Break that bottle right on in, leave it all behind. Leave it all behind. Leave it all behind. Leave it all behind.
You know, sometimes it's just inadequate that there's no live studio audience to jump up and down and clap. Because wow.
Thank you.
Wow. And you know, that I've never seen such music coming out of something that looks like this, so it's just blowing my mind. I want everybody to watch that video tomorrow when we put this online, because you will not believe what just happened in this room. And I still, you know what, I've said it before, but I'm just the luckiest person alive, because every musician I love just comes in this little room and does this stuff for me.
Well, that's cool, man.
I can't
Yeah.
even believe that I'm that lucky.
That's cool. Very
Yeah,
cool,
I did.
man.
Thank you. That was amazing.
Thank you.
So, what is the difference? Okay, when you get into an instrument like this, does it free you up and you have special things that you can do that you can't do on another instrument, or do you have to figure out how to compensate for the fact that it's so more primitive?
That's another relative thing, I guess. You know, it's like that's the guitar I broke a string on is a Taylor, which is an upper end
Yeah.
acoustic guitar. But once you break a string on a Taylor, it's no different than playing a 2x4, I guess, to a certain extent. You know, what do you know?
Ooh.
It's all relative.
Right.
It's just different. It's not one's harder than the other, or one is, more freeing than the other. Everything limitations can be freeing. So yeah, I guess it's kind of.
Right.
You know, there are certain things you can't do on this guitar that you could do on a regular traditional guitar, and that's more freeing. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's just different. That's all.
Well, that's cool. So, do you have another song that you're going to do? And are you going to do it here or there? What are you going to do?
Well, I would have to do it there, and
Okay.
I have to see if I have a string. So we'll see. What
Oh
we
my
can
gosh,
do,
I
yeah?
forgot. Well, you can use our silly charity guitar.
I could do that. I would
but it's
totally
not
do
electric,
that.
is it, though?
It doesn't
have a-
matter. We could still set a mic in front of it. That'd be actually kind of cool.
All right, well, you know what? We're going to go to a commercial.
Figure something out. Yeah.
We're going to go to a commercial so that we have an extra moment to set this up and figure it out, because this is off the cuff. You are listening to Super Sound Showcase. We are sponsored by Culture Fix, and Anthony Rosano is about to do something that we did not rehearse. So look out. This is going to be amazing. Okay, you are joining us for the final segment of the new Super Sound Showcase, sponsored by Culture Fix on WMBG. I'm your host, Robert Hodge, and our star today is Anthony Rosano, and he is about to do something that we were not prepared for. He is going to take our charity guitar that we're going to give away once it's all filled up with notable signatures, and he's going to be the first one to actually perform on it. And what's the song?
I think I'm gonna do in the spirit of our ZZ Top show. I'm gonna do what I equate to what a New York guy comes up with when he's trying to do a Texas shuffle. And this is a song called "Give Me Strength."
All right.
St. Peter had the gates of hell. Release me from this wicked spell. Well, I've fallen down like the Son of Man, and I turned a putty in her hands. Save me, and my weary soul. Give me strength to let her go. Hallelujah, begging please. Forgive every single part of me. All that poison wine, it turned me to stone, but I can't seem to leave it alone. Save me and my weary soul. Give me strength to let her go. consumed by lust's eternal flame. And to death I swear I scream my name. Well, St. Peter had the gates of hell, release me from this wicked spell. Oh, that poison wine, it turned me to stone, but I can't seem to leave it alone. Save me and my weary soul, give me strength to try and let her go. I said, please save me and my weary soul, give me strength to try and let her go. Oh, please save me and my weary soul, give me strength to let her go.
Oh, yeah. Ha! This has been the Anthony Rosano Masterclass in Professionalism and Polish. Dude, you're just amazing how you just
Thank you,
can
man.
fly with anything in any circumstance. And I admire that, and I appreciate
you,
you
man.
sharing
Thank
it
you.
with us today. Thank you for being our guest.
Thank you
on
for
Super
having me,
Sound.
man. Thank you.
Well, you know what? You have an open door here. Anytime
I appreciate that.
you have something to talk about, or a new song that occurs to you, or a new album to promote, I want to be the first.
Awesome, man. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Absolutely. This is Super Sound Showcase, sponsored by Culture Picks on WMBG. I am thanking Anthony Rosano, and I look forward to the next time that he's here. And I thank you all for listening. As always, please check out the video on WMBG.